Okay, so whether you're new or you just need to review how to do vocabulary slides, I just want to take a little bit of time to remind you on how to do that. So, first thing, you're going to go into Google Classroom. You're going to click on the Classwork tab, and I have vocabulary in a section somewhere near the top. When you click on that, it's going to open up in and show you the two different files you need. You need your file, which is going to say your name, digital literacy vocabulary slides, and then you need my file, the vocabulary definitions. So you'll need both of those open. So you're going to have one open in one tab and one in the other. So I've got one open um, that would look like yours. I used Paul Bunyan as an example. My name is not Paul Bunyan. If you don't know who Paul Bunyan is, it's this guy. Anyways, I've got my document open, okay, which would look like yours. And then I also have the definition document open. That looks like this. That's got Mrs. Corslane's Bitmoji in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to number 25. That's the one that we're on today, which is piracy. And then I'm going to find number 25 in your document. And if you've missed any, or if you're new and you don't have any, then that is totally fine. You're just going to start where we are. And if you want to go back in and fill the others, you can, but definitely just focus on getting number 25 done. So I've got 25 open here. I go back to 25 here, and the first thing I do is grab the word. So I'm going to click and drag across the word piracy. I'm going to use my shortcut Control C. I'm going to go back to this document, click up in the top left corner, and really, really tiny you can see it says Word. And I'm going to use Control V as in Victor and paste that in. Okay, I need to do the same thing for the definition. So I'm going back to the definition document, click and drag, highlight that whole thing. You can either start at the end, you can start at the beginning. Either way, click and drag across, Control C, go to go to your document, click in the definition box, Control V. Should fit in there perfect. You really don't need anything else on here. Sometimes people use my picture. I like to use it to show you an example of something. One of the consequences of piracy is going to prison for up to 5 years, which is why I put my Bitmoji behind bars. So the next thing that we need to do is use it in a sentence. So we want to use the word piracy in a sentence that helps us understand the definition. And so a great idea would be an example. So let's say Billy copied a movie and sold it to his friends illegally. Okay, so I'm using the word illegal, illegally. I'm using copy. I'm talking about a movie, which is a copyrighted work. So I'm using all those things to help me make sense of this word. That's the point of this sentence, is to make sense of the definition in the word so that you can easily know what it means. The last thing I need to do is either draw a picture or add a picture. If you want to draw a picture, you can use the shapes in Google Slide. Um, you can use the line tool and do a scribble, and you can actually free draw something. Some of you are really into that. A lot of us just like adding a picture. So if we click on this little picture, search the web, a lot of times people will look up just the word. Here we're getting some pretty good examples. Of course, we're not talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. We're talking more like this one where we're pirating music or software. So there's some really good examples in here. Here's our FBI anti-piracy warning, which we see on movies a lot. I'm going to use that one. Um, Here's another one that would be really great. It has the consequences in it. Maybe I'll just throw that in there because that looks fun. I like this one. because this one, again, like I said, it's showing me two of our consequences that we talk about, up to 5 years in federal prison and a fine of $250,000. So that really helps me know what piracy is, that it's definitely illegal, and there's some pretty serious consequences with that. That's how we do a vocab slide.